Family, it's time. Y'all know what time it is. It's the time we all been waiting for. It's time for another episode of Opinion Matters. Felicia Quayle, welcome back, family.
Hey, 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 welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to another installment of Opinion Matters, where your opinions matter. So do us a favor and drop your opinions in the comments, please, and thank you. What's going on, brothers?
Oh, shoot, man. I don't know. Everybody had a great week.
I will
Yeah,
not
man.
complain.
Friday is almost here, so can't complain. Can't complain.
Hey,
Yes, yes,
hmm
yes, 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 yes. True that. True that. So with that being said, I got some bones to pick. I hadn't had no bones and Dan awards and all to call out in a long time. So
okay,
with that being said, Lily,
I ain't do it.
you and I, we had an issue a couple of days ago, and I'm
Uh-huh.
pretty sure Chip, the whole hip hop, what's the word? The whole hip hop community, organization, what you call it, Lily? What I forget what we call it,
The world of hip hop,
but it's been disrespected. Uh, um,
greatly.
it was so disrespected that the Olympics said that we won't be bringing this thing back. With that being said, Chip, if you got any clips, any clips of this disaster, I want y'all to see this because the Dan Award is going out to this young lady here. Lily, do you have her name?
Oh, no, I do not. Let me
Don't have her
see.
name.
Let me pull her up, though. Let me pull her up. She's from Australia.
Young lady
hmm
from Australia that totally disrespected the whole breakdance, hip hop community. Just this was a disaster.
Okay, her name was or is Rachel Gunn.
It's such a disaster. The video don't even want to play. That's how bad this dancing is. God, video don't even
Okay.
want to play.
All right.
That's
Oh,
Well, we,
crazy.
we don't have the video. Okay. It's all good. It's all good. Well, you guys can YouTube this video and y'all can see exactly the disaster that she did, man. The lady was rolling around on the floor like, you know how a dog be scratching their back on the floor? That's how she was doing. All right. So we ain't gonna waste time on that. But Lily, Chip, I got another Dan Award. Actually, it's two Dan Awards going out, and I'm not going to stay on this, but I gotta say it. The Dan Award. So we gave out three. What was her name again?
Rachel Gunn.
Rachel Gunn. You getting the Dan Award, and the other two Dan Award goes out to a radio host named Ricky Smiley.
Uh-oh.
Ricky
Mm.
Smiley.
What Ricky Smiley
Yes,
do?
Ricky Smiley has been crowned King Coon. Yes, I crowned him. Yes, Ricky has clowned everybody black that doesn't support Kamala Harris and said that y'all need to block those people that don't support her. Y'all need to dismiss them out of your lives and all of that just because people aren't voting for her. So I'm not gonna jump. I'm not gonna stay on this, but I do want to say this. People have the right to vote the way they want to vote. We're not on our panel telling nobody how to vote. You know what I mean? We're not telling anybody. So with that being said, you vote the way you want to vote. Just get down there to the polls and vote. You know what I mean? We gotta exercise our right. That's what we're saying. Steve Harvey, my God, my God. Yes. So y'all can YouTube and see the comments that was made by these guys. I don't even want to stay on these guys because um they ain't worth my time. They ain't worth opinion matter time. So with that being said, Steve Harvey, Ricky Smiley, and what was her name again? The terrible breakdancer?
Rachel Rachel
Rachel. See, I
Gunn.
can't even remember her name. Rachel. All of y'all get the Dan Award. And y'all know what the Dan Award mean. Y'all know we use the abbreviation DAN. All of y'all get it. All right, with that being said, we need to get on ahead and get into this title, this topic for tonight. Phil J. What's up, Phil J? Phil J in the comments.
What up, bro?
Thank you for rocking with us.
Yeah, and all of you that are coming, yeah, we're gonna shout all y'all. Make sure y'all leave your comments because we gonna be reading all these comments tonight. Chip, man, go ahead and give it to us, bro.
Hey, man, do you know your neighbor? Person that you living beside every day of the week. The person that you sit beside on Sunday morning and the pastor keep telling you to tell them stuff. Do you really know who you talking to? I mean, do you know just your surrounding, man? The people that you are dealing with on your job, you know, the neighbor that you work beside on your job, people that we come in contact with every day on a daily basis. Do we really know who those people are? Or are they just putting on a facade in front of us, showing us what they only want us to see? Or should we dig deeper to see what's really going on? Tonight, family, we want to know how you feel about your neighbor. I remember a time when everybody knew their neighbor, man. You know, you couldn't walk down the street, hi, Mr. Bob, and hi, Cadillac man with the Cadillac. It doesn't matter if you knew their name or not. You was gonna speak to them,
They
and
had
you
a
know, you may,
nickname.
yeah, they may have had a nickname. Hey, Mr. Man with the satellite in your yard, hey, he got cable. But but now
The
these
candy
days,
lady.
yeah, candy lady, things like
Candidate.
that. We don't got so far away from that that now we have to ask the question, hey, do you know your neighbor? Hey, we know how we feel about it. We're gonna give you our opinion on it, and we would love to hear you guys' opinion. So drop them in the comment as we go. But for now, Felicia, how you feel about it? I mean, do you know your neighbor?
I know, yes, I know my neighbors. I know
Okay.
pretty much not everybody in my neighborhood, but I know a good amount of people in my neighborhood. Um, I I definitely am known in the schools. In church, I am known. So I'm known, and I know the people that I don't know everyone, but I know the people that I talk to within my community, within my church. I Yeah. So some of them like, okay, all right. And those that I don't know, I know their faces when I see them. I may not speak to them, but I know, okay, hey, that's my neighbor. I may I may wave, but I some of them I just keep an eye on if I haven't really had any conversation with them. I keep an eye on them, make sure, hey, I see some suspicious activity. Let me keep my girls in the house, whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, for the most part, I'm gonna say that I I know a good little bit of my neighbors. Yeah.
Good deal.
Oh, me. I'm gonna say I know like where I stay. I'm not gonna say I know them, but how can you say, when you don't know somebody, how can you say I mean, I don't know their names. I know their faces, but I don't know their names. Um, so I really can't tell you really anything about them, but what they give off to me seems to be pretty nice, pretty
Hmm.
good people.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
where I was going with this, even though they could be pretty good people when they come outside smiling at me and, hey, Mr. Nez, how you doing, sir? And all that stuff. Might be keeping dead cats in the house.
Oh,
Might got some chopped up body parts in the house.
ooh.
So what I'm saying is, and Chip, you can help me out on this because I'm not saying that this has just started in our generation. This thing been going on long time. But we don't know that, like, and back in our childhood days, y'all know how we were. We were free. We played all out in the streets, and we in anybody's yard. I mean, everybody's yard was our yard. If we saw a
Yeah.
good yard, that was a football field. It didn't matter. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, how do we not know that some of these people were keeping dead bodies in their house? No, y'all watch the ID channel. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be real. I mean, when we go to the store, you could be talking to a dude or a woman that you see every day in the store, not knowing that that person is somebody else. Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
I'm gonna say this. I think back in the day when we were coming along, there was more of a community aspect. Nowadays, everybody want to be to themselves and separate, and it's so what I see, like when you were growing up, you kind of knew the weird neighbors because they gave off those weird vibes. They always looking over their shoulder, or when you speak to them, they don't speak. They just look at you and keep on walking or whatever. You kind of stayed away from them, but nowadays, weird is I'm gonna say weird is the new normal.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's most definitely different than, I mean, to be honest, I've been in my neighborhood for 20 years now, and I know a couple of people across the street, and that's pretty much about it. And, I know them, but, I don't know if I can go borrow that cup of sugar that I need. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even
Right. Right.
even though I,
Right.
may holler across the street at my mans and chop it up about football, but like I said back in the day, if you needed a stick of butter, man, it was right next door. So
Right.
it's most definitely a different time these days, to where, you know, I don't know. It's like you said, a lot of people, they drive up in the driveway and boom, they right in the house. Or,
That's
I'm on
me.
my porch and they on their porch, and they can do
Right.
whatever they want to do on their porch. I
Right.
don't care what they doing on their porch,
Right.
really. As long as it's not, hurting anybody, they have at it.
Right. Right.
And I would, I guess, these days, you can look at it as a bad thing, and you can also look at it as people just, respecting your privacy, respecting your home. So, it have its good and bad things. Like I said,
Right.
uh, it's not all bad that people respect your privacy a little more these days. Because back in the day, like you said, if you were having a barbecue,
The whole
everybody was going to invite theyself over. You know what I'm saying? I only got one
You
two
ain't got to
pack.
send the invitation
Yeah,
out. They smell it. They coming.
yeah,
the
they smell it, they
invitation the
coming.
invitation was the smoke in the air.
Yeah,
Yeah.
smoke in the air, they on their way. I only
Yeah.
got 2 packs of chicken in now. What we gonna do? We got time to dollar up. Yeah.
Real quick, Chip. Shout out to Easy Key on Facebook watching.
What up?
Shout
What
out
up?
to
What
Ken
up,
Drummond on YouTube.
Mr.
Joe Lay
Drummond?
Nance, Phil J.
Hey,
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all being in the comments. Y'all go ahead and leave them comments, man. Chip, give them that title one more time.
Do you know your neighbor? I mean, like I said, the person that, I mean, you could be a lot of my neighbors. I've been living beside them for 15 years. Some of my neighbors, they may be a couple of houses down or so, but they've been out here before I was even out here. And like I said, sad to say, I don't know them. I know the one guy, he was most definitely here before me. And he's just known as the man with the nice yard. This guy he keep his grass cut. He's on top of his game. Do I know his name? Nah. But it's just the guy with the nice yard. So, but
Mhm.
dude,
now
and like I said, even if you do see him every day. You don't know what's going on inside these people's houses. Like Quill
Right.
said, ah, it could be some real crazy stuff. And I watch the ID channel, so love thy neighbor will scare you to death. Soon
Ooh,
as a house become empty, you like, man, I hope a good person move in. I hope a good person move in.
but
Because
you know what? I think these shows like Love Thy Neighbor, they done scare people from getting to actually know their neighbor.
yeah,
I,
for
I
real.
honestly do. Now, my next door neighbor, I I have conversation with him. He and we talk. He has grandchildren the age of some of my children. So yeah, they play. Hey, how you doing? His grandkids knock balls over in my yard, and if I'm out there, I'm like, hey, here you go, and vice versa. We always getting invited over because my next door neighbor believes in having the yard party. I'm not mad. He gets down. He got a trampoline in the backyard. He having him a good time. He's like, hey, come on over, bring the kids, da 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 da, whoop the whoop, let's, shoot the breeze or whatever. Now, on my other side, next door neighbor, nobody seems to stay in that house for long.
Hmm.
Mm,
I don't know. I don't know what that's about, but hey,
I done had that.
I
I had that same problem, and you know, this side they was here before I made it. This side, man, I don't dealt with everything. Oh boy, I dealt with the meth heads. They was over there for a minute. Yes, they was over there hard. I may walk out my door 3:30 in the morning going to work. There's a zombie just standing in the driveway, slumped over. It got to the point to where I came
oh
home one New Year's
oh my
Eve. Yeah, I mean, literally. I came home one New Year's Eve. It's yellow tape around the house.
Wow.
Like, oh my God,
Wow.
man. Yes, the lady that actually lived there, she finally, Lord rest her soul, great lady. I actually, before she, before her and her husband split up, we used to actually talk with her. But once they split up and she brung another guy in, man, he got her strung out. She actually OD'd that night.
mm,
And, but I didn't, the whole time they lived there, I didn't have no problem out of them. All the people in and out because it used to be a yard full, so I didn't ever have a problem with them. They did steal my radio I guess when they was packing up and moving out, they decided to go ahead and steal my radio out my car.
Gotcha.
But
oh
other than that, that was the only problem I
Dang.
had with them.
Dang.
Yeah, they got me. They got me. I guess they
Dang.
said, yeah.
Now back
that's
in the
check.
day when I stayed in Decatur, man. Shout out to Mama Nance. Mama Nance in the comments.
Hey,
Mama
Mama
Nance.
Nance.
We stayed in Decatur, man. Bruh,
It's not
we
greater.
had drug dealer on one side, a witch on the other side, drug dealer across the street, and some hoes on this. I mean, but hey, but out of all of them, the worst one was the witch. This lady had woo. This lady had so many cats living in her house that
Cat
that
lady.
they had to I don't know what you call people that do that.
Cat ladies.
But she
Well,
had so many. I don't. I think they went and got her. Like it was just the house. It was in the house.
Ugh.
Just it was that bad and filthy and
That's
nasty. And
did they call Peter on her?
I don't know. She might have been the cause of Peter getting started. I don't know, man. It was bad. Oh, mom said dogs. I thought it was cats.
Man,
Okay, I don't know.
both
I thought it was cats, but mom
both
said it
both
was
of them
dogs.
bad to have many
But see, those
have
are
so
my
many you
parents. So
can't take care of.
my parents had to know who was around them. Man, we lived in Atlanta, man. So they had to know who was around us, man. 'Cause we was children, man. Outside and ripping and running. So what we're saying tonight, people that are watching, you got to be aware of your surroundings. Your kids are out there. If your kids go outside, because a lot of them like to play PlayStation now, still in house. But if they
Can't send them outside nowadays.
you can't, man, because you title of the show. How well do you know your neighbors? We don't know these people.
But it's not even the neighbors nowadays. It's just the random people walking through the neighborhood that don't belong.
Yeah.
It's
But
the
see,
random people. It's the randos. Cause
that
like I
go back
said,
to what Chip was saying a while ago. You know, the whole community, man. We used to know everybody in the community. You couldn't
Yeah.
walk through our community. You couldn't walk through our neighborhood. You know?
Yeah.
Now we don't know, like you said, Lily, we don't know who's who. People just
out there.
Yeah. Yeah. It was most
Pe-
definitely
People
now I want to
more of
people
a
take
out
this.
there.
community.
I
Yeah.
want to
Yeah.
take this further than the house. Because I want to take it to your church house. We go to church every Sunday. And we sit with our friends, and well, we think our friends. We know we socialize with them at church. We don't deal with them outside of church. But I'm in church, and I'm not speaking on nobody because I don't know nobody. I don't even go to church right as of right now. I don't go. So y'all know I'm not
Heathen.
talking. So I just want y'all to know I'm not talking about anybody because I don't attend a church right now. I attend Perfecting Praise Bishop Marvin Winans live from the house. So that's where I go. Okay,
He's
so
saying he a bedside Baptist, y'all.
bedside Baptist. So here we go. You in church and you fellowship with a brother or sister every Sunday. Praise God, sis. Praise God, my brother. Y'all in church jamming. That man going home, he raping his daughter, but you don't know it.
Ooh.
Or he beating his wife. Or the woman, it could be vice versa. Beating the heck out them kids. You know? And
Yeah,
you're
you never
fellowshipping
know.
with these people every Sunday. You don't know these people. So how well do you know your neighbors? The people that you come in contact with. I can't say socialize with, but the people you come in contact with. The people you work with on your job. How well do you know these people?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so with that, to a certain degree, you can't know everything about a person. Because I've said this before, I've said it again. A person is like an iceberg. You only see what's on the surface. You don't know how big that iceberg is up under the water.
But have you ever dealt with some people and you just said to yourself, "There's something about that person, they weird."
Yeah, I
Yeah.
get that
Yeah.
vibe from people sometimes. I
Yeah.
get I'm saying that that's gonna be my discernment because you can get around some people and their energy just not right.
Energy don't be right. They be off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and if it don't sit well with my spirit, I'm like, you know what? Let me back off because that I don't want nothing jumping off of them and jumping onto me.
Okay, so what about the neighbors? And I'm talking about from the house to the church house that try to get in your business. You know what I mean? They
Oh,
try too hard to be your neighbor. You know what I mean? That person.
that's a hard
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, you too nosy. You here. I'm
They
like, man,
standing
I
in the
come outside, you
driveway.
outside. Yeah.
Yeah. They
Come on,
standing in
man.
the driveway every time you step out on the porch. They out
That's
there.
a hard no. That's
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah.
hard
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Now,
So
is that person weird?
yeah,
I'm
pretty
just
much.
I'm gonna chalk it up as nosy because growing up, there was a lady. Right now, she's not so well in her health right now, but there was a lady that lived next door to me and my parents. That lady was in everybody in the neighborhood business, and everybody in the neighborhood knew her, and they knew when she came knocking on that door, they knew how much they wanted to deal with her, and how they was like, you know what, all right, bye.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's when it comes to the nosy neighbors, they only nosy because they're allowed to be.
There was a guy, he's locked up now. There was a guy who's locked up now. Over, let's see, my son is 17. My son wasn't even here yet. So I'm gonna say about 19 years ago. I was driving trucks then. And I remember Chip, it's 3 a.m. No. Take that back. It's wee hours in the morning. It was about 4:45 in the morning. Shit, nobody be out. I'm getting ready. I'm walking out the house. I'm getting ready, hop in my truck and ride out. All of a sudden, in the breezeway, What up, Quail?
No.
1:45 in the morning. Like the scared crap out of me. So I said, man, what up, man? Then I said this, Chip. I don't know why you out here, but you do know, because you see me pulling off in this big tractor. If anything go wrong in my house, my apartment, I'm coming to see you, because you're the only one that saw me leave.
Yeah.
Long story short about that guy, he was a molester. Don't spit your drink up. But yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
he was
Yeah.
one of those.
Yeah, you most definitely. It's sad, but and I know weirdos been around forever, but you know,
Shout out to
it's
Leo Rivers on Facebook, y'all.
what up, what up?
Hey.
Yeah, but it seemed like the weirdos have just came out the closet with everything and everybody else, man. So you
Yeah.
most definitely gotta guard your kids these days because, like I said, back in the day, can I spend the night at those
So-and-so
people's house
house.
down the street? Yeah, you can spend the night, but these days, man, you gotta actually go and
Mm-mm.
meet these people
Yeah.
and let me see. Will you invite me in? Back in the day, it used to be, somebody moved in, somebody would come over with a fruit cake and, hey, nice to see you and all
Welcome
that.
to the
But
neighborhood.
welcome to the neighborhood. But it's most
Mm.
definitely a different time and you can learn so much from a person because a lot of people you see they be G'd up and looking nice and then you go to their crib and it's like, oh, okay, that plate look like it's been sitting there for a couple of weeks.
Now
And
you see they little visitors crawling on the wall.
yeah, so you can learn a lot about a person from a lot about your neighbors from just stepping one foot in their crib, man. You'll be like, oh, okay, boy, I thought you was
Either
I-
not even stepping 1 foot, just standing at the door. 'Cause
yeah, yeah.
my mama didn't play that growing up. I didn't spend the night at people's house. Now people could come to my house and spend the night, but me going, no, my mom, nope, none of that. And even then, with people coming into the house, she had to know those parents.
Mm,
I think
And
we
just
were like that. Our parents, they didn't let us go nowhere, but you could come spend the night with us, but we couldn't go spend the night nowhere else. We were locked in, man.
but I, I now that I think about it, I'm a little more lenient. I will let my girls go every now and then, but the people whose homes they go to, oh, excuse me, I know those parents. It's people they've been friends with for years,
mm-hmm.
and I'm fortunate for my girls to have friendships that they've had since they were tiny toddlers or whatever. So yeah, I know those parents. Okay, all right, y'all want to go out? Y'all want to go? The new thing for my kids now. Oh, can we go get some acai? Yeah, go get your acai bowls, whatever. But yeah, so for me, yeah, like I said, I know my next door neighbor. I know I know quite a few of the neighbors that are in the subdivision across the street from me. That's because I've been in this community for a very long time. And then I've seen people come and go, come and go.
So why are you saying that? So do you feel like that you should know
To
the
a certain
community?
degree. To a certain degree, yes. Because I mean, I want to feel safe in my community. I
Right.
want to feel like if I'm in distress or something is happening, like say I get a flat tire, I want to be able to say, "Hey, Mr. So and so, can you help me out right here? I'm in a bind right now. Can you help me?" I don't want to have to, so to speak, depend on the kindness of strangers. I want to be able to have to pay, or even, I know it may be weird, but like call up to the school, "Hey, uh, so and so, I need some help. Can y'all send somebody?" It some communities are like that. Some
Yeah.
communities are like that. And then even with the communities that have the HOA. Now,
HOA.
HOA will kind of force you to know your neighbors because a lot of the neighbors come together in a common dislike of the HOA.
Yeah, yeah, because that can get crazy. I mean, that's one thing I don't agree with. I'm glad my neighborhood don't have that because my sister live in a neighborhood and oh, you parked on your grass the other day. Oh, it was across side of the road. Oh, you need to cut your grass.
HOA
Pressure
gonna
wash
get
your
them people
house.
hurt.
It's got to
Yeah.
be 2.25 inches high.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah. I mean,
hey,
it was crazy. You left your mail in the mailbox too long. It's just
yeah.
Why?
too crazy,
Oh my
man.
goodness,
The paint on
the
your house is fading.
Mm-hmm.
paint your house. You
Yeah,
can't.
man. Like,
Oh my goodness, it is so much. So I know quite a few people that have HOAs, and I just ask questions from time to time. And one conversation we were having, they said, we wanted to get a brick mailbox, but we couldn't. I said, why? Our HOA wouldn't allow it. But
Yeah.
why? Is your property. You're not paying the HOA to live there. You're paying them to, keep your neighborhood up and all of that kind of stuff. And
Yeah.
they had every right to want to do whatever they want to do with their
oh,
house. But
go ahead.
it was just
I'm
crazy.
not cutting you off. I just got a question for you, Lily.
What's up?
So, are you for the HOA?
So if the HOA does, what it's supposed to do and stop having the overzealous, uh, nosy people running it. If like when you collect my HOA dues, is going for the upkeep of the neighborhood, or if the neighborhood has a
No,
pool in it, doing what it's
no.
supposed to do. But I'm not paying you to
Now,
micromanage how I'm living in my house.
Yeah.
right. So you
Yeah.
say, but you said too, the HOA is a great way to know your neighbors, correct?
Hmm.
Okay, now chill. I know your stance on HOA. You know mine. I ain't for it. Okay,
I'm
now
not for
knowing
it
your
either,
neighbors.
but
But now that's where I'm going, Lily. So when the HOA have the neighborhood party, are you going? Because I'm not going. You know what I mean? Now I know I need to know people, but I ain't going down there. I'll be honest with you. I ain't going down there fellowshipping with none of them. I'm just honest. I ain't going out there talking to Tom, and I ain't going down there talking to breakdancing what's her name?
Rachel.
Rachel. I'm not doing it, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to know you like that. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. That's just me. Now I know
Okay.
that we need to know our neighbors. I think that we should, but I'm bad at that because when I walk out of my house, I'm about my business. I ain't got time to talk to you. That's just me.
Um, most
Anybody in the
times,
comments feel like me? Go ahead and leave the comments, man.
most times, if they are having an event, it for me, it has to depend on the time, the day of the week, because I may not be feeling people on certain days of the week.
I'm not feeling people no certain day.
And then especially given the time with the schedule that I have now, I go to bed before my kids do.
Mm.
So, if I don't stay out to the street like come on no more. I
Nah.
go
Shout
to
out to
bed.
Frida Miller in Facebook. What up, Frida?
What up? What up? What
Hey,
up?
thank you
Yeah.
for stopping
Yeah.
by.
I mean, I can't say that they all bad because, it's like they have far as the home owners association, they have their good things and then they have their bad things because some people will move into your neighborhood, sad to say, and they, you know what I'm saying, they're not gonna cut their grass. They're gonna
Hmm.
drive a car up in the driveway, and that car gonna tear up, and they're gonna get another car. And it's gonna go to the driveway and it's gonna tear up. And then they're gonna get another car, and next thing you know, they got 12 cars out there sitting everywhere in the yard. And like I said, they're gonna get 9 pit bulls that bark all night long and and and
Oh Lord,
and yeah, so it
that's
got
when
its
code
good things
enforcement
and
comes
bad
along.
things. Yeah, yeah, because it's like they don't some people just are moving to a neighborhood and they just don't care, especially those that just renting
And
not
they'll run it
buying.
down. Ooh,
Yeah,
they'll run it down.
they'll run a house down, like I said, and you know, you just got, if you got good neighbors, appreciate them, because
We got
it's not always the case.
some
It's really
comments.
not.
Chip.
Yeah.
Leo Rivers said on Facebook, when I was younger, I knew everyone in the neighborhood, including all the criminals who were my neighbors. They didn't hide anything. The drug dealers didn't hide nothing in my neighborhood.
And you know what?
I see what
And
we do.
you know what? Growing up, you know the drug dealers, they did their thing, but they watched out for the people in their neighborhoods.
They did. They did. Lily, you got these comments on YouTube?
Yeah.
Give
Okay.
me
So,
the second Ken Drummond comment.
all right. This is the reason God gave us this thing called spiritual discernment. It will let you know what your eyes cannot see and your ears cannot hear. You better come on here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh,
It's good to
yes.
have. Good to
Jolie
have.
Dan,
Some people just, you know, you gonna catch that vibe off the rip, man, and be like, oh no, we gonna speak, and that's all we doing.
Yeah. All right. Jolie says we share the same opinion. Oh, goodness. Let me move this closer. We share the same opinion. I too don't care for, cannot, that little thing is blocking the way. I do not, I too don't care for nor want to be associated with the HOA.
yeah, I think HOA is too nosy, too freaking nosy.
When you have the wrong people in charge of, because a lot of times the president and the people that are in charge of the HOAs are most likely people that are stay at home people, and they have nothing to do but watch what's going on outside.
Right,
Yeah.
They
that
Yeah.
part.
being
Nothing
president of the
else to do.
HOA gives
But I'm gonna tell you
them
now.
some sort of authority.
I'm gonna tell you now. HOA need to get to know the people that's in the community, because I'm one of those. If I was living in your community and I get home after a long day's work, probably had to chump off a few folks, and you come talking to me about my grass. It's
You
yeah,
you getting added to that list of chump offs.
yeah, you getting added to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Some of
go
them
ahead,
just take it too. They just take it too far, man. Don't nobody need you showing up with a ruler and a flashlight.
right, right.
Oh my goodness. So, story. My sister, I was renting this house, and the owner of the house had not paid the HOA dues. So my sister comes home after a long, I think she was working 12 hours that day. Long 12 hours, parks her car in the driveway. She comes out the next morning to go to work. Her car has been towed because as she calling the police, and she's trying to find out what's going on with her car, come to find out the HOA president and come and tell her, well, the owner of the house has not paid the fees,
You
so
better stop.
you can't park in the driveway. So she was supposed to park in the garage. There was no way of her knowing that.
You better stop,
Wow.
Lily.
Wow.
We're gonna come back and continue that. I sent you a text. Read that Facebook comment.
Okay, Facebook comment. Let me. Frida Miller, what's up? I hear you about the HOA. My thing is, we should know our neighbors in case things happen. We watch out for each other. You don't have to go back and forth to each other's house. We just wave, and holidays we might have a holiday gathering. But other than that, that's all we do around here.
Yeah.
Okay,
Ain't
so
nothing wrong with that.
my
Ain't
question
nothing wrong with that.
to both of y'all, me and Chip don't have to deal with it. You don't have to deal with it either, right, Lily? You ain't in HOA, right?
Mm-mm.
Who put these people in charge? I mean, are they voting these people in or something? Is the neighborhood voting them in?
At
And
some
then they
point,
take it to the head? Like, what is it? Because I would be
so
scared to be HOA. hey, man, I'm just saying. I mean, people don't like the HOA. Whoever the head person is, why would you want that job?
now
And I
if you got a
know ain't
cool
about that, but why would you want that job?
if you got a cool HOA
There
president,
ain't no
that's
cool
something
HOA.
Some of them are. I'm not gonna lie, some of them are. But then you have those that just get that clipboard mentality. I got the clipboard, I got the power. And they wanna just be doing way too much. Cause I don't know if y'all seen those videos on YouTube about the HOA person. He comes and is arguing with the lady through her doorbell, and he actually has a key to her house, and she's
Oh
telling him, "Do
wow.
not go in my house." I don't know if it's real or if
Okay.
it's fake.
Because I'm about to say HOA ain't supposed to have keys to your house. That ain't
And
supposed to
he
happen.
That's
and he's
They were
like,
crazy.
"It's
asking
in
to
the
get took out of here.
He's like, it's in the HOA contract that the HOA must have a key to your house." And she's like, she yelling through the doorbell, "Do not go in my house, do not go in my house." And
That's a
so
prank.
it's a series of videos. Like after he goes in there, then she goes and changes the locks. Then he comes back with a chainsaw and cuts the lock out. It's I mean, but that's what that's what a lot of people feel about the HOA.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, I
That's
get that it's
crazy.
satire or whatever,
That's
and
the day that that
it's
brother will
funny.
truly lose his life, man. I
Cause
mean,
I promise you, I promise you, I'm gonna have something there waiting on you.
Yeah. 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 It's time to get you a pit bull then.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
Yeah.
pit bull, and I'm gonna have something there waiting on you.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and
But
especially if you have been warned.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But to piggyback off what my man said, I totally agree with that last comment that you read.
Leo
Um,
Rivers.
yeah, yeah, it's nothing wrong with getting to know your neighbors. There's nothing at all wrong with that because, you know, you never know when you may need help, man, for anything.
Yeah.
This guy could be, you know, hey, if I see that my neighbor pulling up with an electrician van every day, hey, I need to get to know that guy. Something may happen.
Hmm.
I have a house. He know how to fix stuff. So you never know, So yeah,
True.
it's nothing wrong with everybody, just getting to know their neighbors because you just never know when you may need somebody
Right.
uh in any type of way, you know what I'm saying? You may need that person that, hey, he know how to fix lawnmowers. They getting on your nerves about your grass. You have a lawnmower that don't work. Hey, neighbor,
Can you fix this for me?
could you,
Right.
could you, give me a helping hand? So yeah, we should be more neighborly because
At
we
least know
shouldn't
your
be,
next door neighbors.
yeah, yeah, we shouldn't just be neighbors. It should really be a neighborhood, where it's a neighborhood.
Okay. So we being too friendly. I got to ruffle feathers.
Oh
But before
Lord.
I ruffle the feathers, Lily read Ken Drummond's last comment, and I got to ruffle feathers.
All right. That's why when we came up, we could go and play and spend the night sometimes with some of our friends because everybody knew everybody. That's just what it
That's
was.
true. That's what we was able to do. That play throw them up football. All right. So now let's go here. Leo Rivers, Frida Miller, Ken Drummond, Mama Nance, Joe Nance, Phil J. If you still here with us, I got this question for all of y'all. So what if, mighty big if, say you lived in your place 10 to 20 years
Mm-hmm.
and you knew your neighbors, at least you thought you knew your neighbors, only to find out they was burying bodies in the backyard the whole time. Only to find out they had a deep freezer full of bodies. But you knew them. They came off Mr. Nice Guy all the time. Give you that cup of sugar. You know what I mean? Give you the shirt off their back. But they were killing people. What if you found out of all this time, 10, 20 years, I didn't know Tom lived right beside me. He was doing that. Come on in the comments. How would you
I,
feel?
I
I'm
know
gonna
how I
feel jacked
feel.
up. I'm gonna
I,
feel betrayed.
I'm gonna feel like, thank God I'm still alive.
Because it could
I'ma
have been
feel
me.
it could have been me. And I was wondering what that smell was. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's
my
how I'm gonna
memory
feel.
didn't work.
And then
Thank God I'm
you
still
see that
alive.
stuff. You see
Yeah.
that stuff on the
Yeah.
news. People like, well, he was a quiet person, we never, he was nice. He talked to all the people in the neighborhood, and he was this or he was that, or she was this or she was that. I never knew. I mean, what can you do? Because like I said, you can never truly know everything about a person. Because there's
What
just some
what
things
if that person,
they're not gonna reveal.
okay, so let's not just go so tragic. Let's just go one day you come home after 10, 20 years, your neighbor living beside you. And it's a 14-foot alligator just got loose, but it was his. But you didn't know.
I'm gonna I might
All
check to
this time
see
they
if
was keeping the alligator in their house.
look, I might check to see if he in there, if the alligator done ate him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Better
'cause
be worried
14
about
foot,
that guy. Yeah.
that ain't no small alligator.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying, man. I mean, how well do we know
But
the people around us?
now about this alligator, you gonna hear an alligator because it growls, it makes noise. You're gonna hear an alligator.
Mm-hmm.
So that ain't gonna be no surprise because you gonna one day hit that low growl that they do.
Yeah, man. I don't know what kind of dog he got over there.
Yeah, but and you gonna stay away.
So what you say, Chill?
You go you go stay away.
That don't sound like no dog.
It's like just like for so when I go on my walk,
Just like that
there
said, that ain't no puppy.
when I go
That
when I
ain't
go
no
on my walk, there's a house that I pass that I know has a big dog.
oh boy.
I don't linger around that house too long. And one day I actually saw the dog. That dog was a big old Saint Bernard.
Oh
I'm like,
wow. Yeah, I'm walking on the other side of the street.
yeah.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Felicia, read those last two comments, Frida Miller.
Okay. My neighbor have actually bought me and my family groceries during the pandemics. I was so grateful. That's awesome.
That's what I'm
I
talking
can
about.
say me and my next door neighbor that I talk to, yeah, we have that kind of relationship. I don't know what I would do. I would be in total I would be in total shock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think everybody would be.
Leo Rivers said, I would question myself because I hate being nosy. That scares me. I mean, hey man, I'm just saying, you thought you knew a person, only to
But
find out you didn't know that person.
but how can you question yourself? Because like I said, like if you hate being nosy, so you're not really gonna go in that person's house all the time. You're not gonna hold hour conversations with the person. So there's no reason to question yourself. The question is like, what in the blue blazes is going on here?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And just be thankful that it wasn't
I'm
you.
gonna ask y'all both a question. I'm asking everybody in just a few after you read Mama Nan's last comment on YouTube.
Okay, Mama Nance. Mama Nance. I'm with Chip. I pray God protect and keep me every day because you really don't know what people are doing behind closed doors. And that's
That's
it.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
Now, I gotta go here. Okay. Have y'all ever went to a grocery store? Just say you walking in the everyday local Walmart and you walk down the aisle and just say a person has 2 or 3 kids with them. Have the kids ever just looked at you crazy? Like, help me, but they can't say it?
No,
I've been in those situations. I've been
I've
in
never
those
gotten
situations.
those looks. I've
But
never
they
gotten the
looking
help me
at you,
looks.
but then the mama look at the kids all evil, or the daddy look at the kids, the kids are scared. Like,
Now, I done been in a situation where the kids done got cussed out and they just kind of standing there like, what did we do? But yeah, I've never been in a situation
but
where
that
the
don't
kid,
that don't put questions in, you don't have questions in the back of your head, like, are they beating these kids, or
I
what I mean?
mean, yeah,
Or are these their kids?
yeah,
Yeah.
I that puts those questions in my mind, but because I see that on a regular basis of
So it's
how,
normal.
I see that. So is for me, it has to be like to a certain degree for me to be like, okay, what's really going on? Cause like You could be going down the street or going down the aisle, and kid just off the chain, and the mama yelling at him, "Shut up, sit down, sit down." But if the kid is just like minding their own business, and the mama's just talking reckless to him, I might watch for a little
And
while.
that's what I'm talking about. I've seen
Yeah.
kids, I mean, they're not doing nothing. And if they say mama or tap them, don't touch me and then all that stuff. I done seen this stuff, and I'm like, something ain't
Yeah,
right.
I watch for a while now, and if I see the person haul off and hit the kid for no reason, I hate to be that person, but that kid needs protecting.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt. Sometimes, it get ugly and you know, like, if it is a neighbor, not necessarily or a child that's not necessarily in the store, but if I know that this person, if my neighbor, if I see them, come out there and beating their child, of course, I'm gonna hit 911 and I'm gonna say something to the police to get there. Or vice versa. I don't care if it's an adult. If somebody just got somebody out there in the front yard stomping them out, yeah, now it's time to actually do something, say something, call the police, do
So
whatever
chill.
you gotta do, because that's part
Okay.
of being a good neighbor.
Are you talking
Mhm.
about hands? But what if it's the verbal abuse? What if the mama or the daddy and the oldest child is 6? You got 3 or 4 of them. The oldest one is 6,
Ooh.
and the verbal abuse. You mother, yeah, all of that to the kids. They not your kids,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah. It's hard to deal with.
I got a problem with that, man.
It's very hard to deal with. I had a neighbor
Yeah.
at one point in time that was that neighbor. You know, it was hard to deal with. Some days, I would just have to. It took everything in me not to get up and say something or go across the street and defend that kid. So yeah, that's a rough situation to be in because you know now if it was constant every day, okay, but I know that this person take well take good care of the child when they wasn't angry, but when they did get angry, yeah, they went there and it was very bothersome. It's
Right,
very very hard to deal with.
Now,
right.
I've been in a situation where, now that we're on this, I was I was at the school for my child, and another mother came in, and she was talking really reckless. And this woman had the audacity to say that kids are nothing but a tax break
Wow.
She said that about her own kids.
about her own kids.
Boy, get out of here. See,
And
that's a
and I'm
woo.
s- and it got under my skin, and it got under the ladies that worked in the office skin, but the people that were there that could do something about it, they did not move. So I'm like, well, what am I to do if they the authorities and she say something wild like that? Like, what can I do if they're the ones that have the power to do something are not doing anything?
Mm,
I'm not finna stand here and argue with this little
right,
at I'm not finna stand there and argue with her, because
right.
everybody has their opinion or what have you. But I I wanted to drag that lady out there by her toenails. I really
I'm with you.
I want, because, like, how dare you?
Right,
How dare you say that about a child? The children, first off, don't ask to be here.
right. That part.
We're
That
we're
part.
the ones choosing to bring them into the world, and for you to treat them like they're less than the gum on the bottom of your shoe, yeah, miss me with that.
Yeah.
Miller, picking back on something y'all said earlier. She said, absolutely call 911. No kid or person should be left to any abuse. Right,
Yeah, no
right,
doubt.
sis. Read Jolay's last comment, and then Chip, we're gonna go ahead and get you to close this thing on out.
That excuse me. That's when I speak positive statements. uh,
Inconspicuous.
inconspicuously Hope I said that right.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
did.
With that being said, Chip, man, go ahead and give it to us, bro.
I mean, do you, do we know our neighbors? Like I said earlier, the people that we have spent years right next door to, you know, the people the neighbors in our community that we walk past in the store and don't even know that, hey, we live in the same neighborhood, you know. It's crazy because back in the day, it used to be a neighborhood where everybody came together and we weren't just neighbors. We was a hood. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We
Mhm.
was
Yeah.
all together. You know what I'm saying? But now we're just neighbors. You know, it's no longer a community. It's just a group of people staying in the same area. So
Yeah.
should we get to know our neighbors? Should we, you see someone out cutting grass, should you just stop and say, "Hi, my name's Wayne. What's yours?" Or should we just continue to pass them out every day? That guy that been working on his car and you know that you can help him. Should you stop by and help that dude? The wife, the woman that having problem with those kids, that's trying to raise 4 boys that live right next door to you. Should you go out and say, "Hey, young man, y'all come over here. If you that man, come over here. Let me chop it up with y'all, man. Y'all mama, she doing the best she can, man. Y'all help y'all mama out over there." Or should we just get to know the person well enough to where we can say, "Hey, Bob, can I borrow a cup of sugar?" What happened to those days, man? If you know what happened to those days, or you feel like, hey, it's good that all that's over with, however you feel, drop it in the comments, man. Let us know how you feel about, do you know your neighbor? We would love to hear from you. That's what's up.
All right. And with that being said, you can follow us right here on YouTube under the MuPixel channel. You can also follow us on Instagram, excuse me, at opinion_matters_show. You can follow us on Facebook under the MuPixel channel. You can follow us on TikTok, the Tickety Talk, under MuPixel NPSKOM. That's MuPixel NPSKOM. And people, once again, we want to say thank you to all of our day ones. Thank you to all of our newcomers. Thank you to our whole opinionated family for rocking with us. Thank you for tuning in every Thursday at 7 just to come chop it up with us. Also, if you have a comment or you have a topic you would like for us to discuss, please drop it in the comments and we'll talk about it. Like and share and repost and all of that good stuff. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let us know you care. Let us know because we appreciate it. All right. And I done said what I got to say.
That
Hit
being
us with it.
said, oh, what's that?
I was saying, hit it with us.
Okay. With that being said, shout out to Leo Rivers once again, Frida Miller, Mama
Yeah,
Nan, Joe
yeah.
Lay Nance, Phil J, Kenneth Drummond.
Yes,
Hey man, we
sir.
appreciate y'all being in the comments and all those
For sure, for
the
sure.
later watchers because they come and watch later. But we appreciate y'all too for rocking with us, man. We're gonna get out of here. Let me read the last two comments. Frida Miller said, "Yay." No, she said, "Yeah." She said, "We supposed to be our brother's keeper. We should get back to that way of living." Leo Rivers said, "Great job, guys." Um, Freedom Miller said, "Glad I tuned in. Great talk show." So we appreciate y'all, man. We
For
love
sure, for
y'all on
sure.
that, man.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, Lily, you got anything you want to display for us?
I have tonight these lovely earrings that I have made, crochet earrings, y'all. I do handbags, jewelry, clothing, baby items, whatever my mind can imagine. I can make it.
And she can make it. I mean, I shut up, Quail. Uh, But I need about 2 packs of draws. But I'm
Mm,
well, she said you can make anything right, Chip.
I can, but there is a limit.
All right. Hey, Chip, man, you got anything for us, bro?
Hey man, just continue to check me and the wifey out at Nicole H. Chisholm on Facebook and Purpose Photos and Film. Holler at us when you need something. We there for you. You know what I'm saying? Making those memories last forever with the photos and videos and all that good stuff. So yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up. And I'm your boy Quail, man. For Record Already Me Pixel. Y'all need a DJ, y'all need some production done, man. Y'all get at me, man. Check out our YouTube page, man. Y'all can see all kind of stuff, man. And we're gonna have Lily to start posting some things on YouTube. Chip, he already doing things. Y'all see this show. This is his product. This is his baby. So y'all see the work. Everybody on here is entrepreneurs. So hey man, we appreciate y'all for rocking with us. We're gonna see y'all next week. All right. If y'all got anything, once again, anything y'all want us to talk about, or y'all think that we should talk about, drop it in the comments. You know what I mean? Send us something. All right. So with that being said, hey man, we love y'all. We're gonna catch y'all next week. Hold up. Read Ken's last comment.
Okay, here we go. I would feel betrayed, horrified, and at the same time thanking God for protecting me and my family from danger seen and unseen.
Yes, Lord.
Well said, my brother. Well said, my brother. So with that being said, hey man, we're gonna catch y'all next week, next Thursday at 7 p.m. Hey, y'all tell somebody, share it with a friend, man. Y'all let us know, man, and let them know how y'all like the show, enjoy the show, and encourage them to watch, man, because it's because of y'all we are here. All right. And we're gonna say the things that some of y'all may not want to say. But if y'all say them on here, we'll read them. And if y'all don't want us to read them, just send me a side note and tell me to say it. And I'll say it because I don't care. All right. So y'all know me. I don't care. So with that being said, we love y'all, man. We're gonna catch y'all next Thursday at 7 p.m. All right. Love y'all, man. Deuces.